Nice meeting you. Okay, fantastic. So I start all of my sessions by pulling the card. Therefore, because I have a membership about all about Oracle cards, so on how to design them and print them and sell them. So we always start with a card. Okay.
Okay.
So this card is going to be for anyone who is watching it, or for Kathy here and for me. And what do we need to know? What is our intention for this session? We know that we are going to be learning how to organize images and other things in our Canva. But what is that we need to know? So let me see here, and Veronica is joining too. Awesome. Let me see. Perfect. And it's interesting, I actually got the same card yesterday. And the card is Warrior Woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? I love that. Okay. So the question was, what do we need to know? What kind of intention we need to set up as we are preparing for this workshop to learn how to organize yourself in Canva? And the answer here is Warrior Woman. Well, I'm looking at it a few different ways. If you are somebody like me who has a Canva account for 10 years or more, and you can imagine how many images and templates and everything else that I have, I really need to be a warrior woman to clean it up. And I'm still cleaning it up. So if you're one of those ones, you're absolutely in the right place, okay? I just learned how to organize Canva probably within the last 7 months. And I'm still cleaning it up because all of the 10 years of previous stuff was there. But I don't want you to get discouraged, because even so, and I also don't want you to waste your time just to start organizing everything. Start where you are. So that's my advice, okay? And I'll be showing you a few different things. I'll show you, actually, I opened brand new Canva account, so I can show you how I would do it if I would start from scratch today. Okay, I can show you my account and you can see it's somewhat organized, but I also will show you how you can start from scratch. And another part of this card is, have you answered your deepest calling? And I think it's all important, because I know everyone who is in my memberships, my clients, all of them are very soulful and soul-led, and they all very passionate about creating the impact, right? So creating the impact, helping their clients, helping their customers, and that's why it's important. So we are doing it with the mind that when we organize ourselves in a Canva, it will give us more time to actually spend with our customers, with our families, and so on and so forth. Okay, awesome. So welcome. What questions you might have? I have some presentation, but I just want to start with questions and kind of have questions in between. It's a workshop, it's a hands-on, interrupt me, ask me questions. It's not a lecture, okay? So let me know where you are right now with the Canva, what interests you to join, and let's start from there.
Well, I'm here. I work with Mary Nunnally in her Lavender Dragon Team business, and we're launching a project with a card deck and then a book. And Mary does not care for Canva. I like it, and because I find it's a simple, much simpler tool to use for graphic design, and they are adding so much stuff to it.
Yeah.
All the time that it's, I think, becoming a more robust tool. So what I'm doing for her and the information I got from her, we will be starting from scratch on this project. So this will help me, as the one building the stuff, to start with a good basis. Now, I've used Canva. I have a personal account. I use it for doTERRA oils and different things. And I've not used it 10 years, but I do have stuff, and it's just sitting like my projects, right? It's just blah, 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 blah. So this will be helpful personally for me, as well as professionally then in the business with Mary.
Yeah, so. Fantastic. And I love that. And that's why another thing I wanted to reiterate, if any of the members have here, they might not, like Mary, she doesn't she does not want to deal with the Canva, but she has somebody who's helping her, right? So she has somebody who is helping her. You absolutely welcome at any point of time if you want your virtual assistant or your executive assistant or graphic designers, if they want to join the training, just ask me and absolutely I'll welcome them. Okay, so that's important to know because we want to make sure you're saving time and you're also spending time on your zone of genius, right? So, and it sounds like Canva is not Mary's zone of genius, right? So yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that's Mary's that isn't Kathy's.
Yes, exactly,
Wheelhouse.
exactly. Yeah.
So that's great. It makes a good team.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah. Veronica, what about you? What really attracted you to this workshop, and what would you like to learn? Oh, you muted, hon.
Thank you for asking, Katya. So I'm always having challenging time organizing any kind of files. So anything that relates with any kind of organizing, it's good for me. And when it comes to Canva, I think I've tried to file a few things a few times, but then I always forget how to do that, where things are. So to me, so I'm like pretty much everything I have is pretty like totally disorganized. So the few things I think for me that will be important is like knowing how to file things, where to file them, like the whole system, how to organize them, and also how to find the images if I'm looking for something, like if there's a good way of doing it. And my other question is, I have a VA that helps me with graphics and things. So at the moment, she is under like on my kind of team, like under my account, but she has like, like I can have like a whole bunch of 4 people on my account or whatever. So she's like on my team. So she has her own account. So whatever she creates there, and then she posts for me. But then I don't know if there's a way also for her to duplicate, or if she quits or whatever, if I will have access to her stuff. So I would like to know that, and like a good way of doing it, because she helps me a lot. So like whatever I'm doing, like I try to, explain to her how to, like whatever I learned, try to explain to her how to do things as well. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So in regards to depending how she shares it with you, there is a way if you are keeping it in the same under the same project, it should be in your project. And I'll show you how to
okay,
where it's
great.
supposed to be. Okay, awesome. Fantastic. I love that. And yes, we all get organized differently. So let me just start here, sharing my screen, make sure that I have my presentation ready. One moment. So it's not very big, but I just wanted to go through the little presentation before we move on. Okay. So let me know if you can see my screen, where you can see this beautiful collage I did with the elements of that's provided for you in Soulful AI Magic. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so let me just present and we'll go from there. Okay, so this is just an example, and I wanted to do that because all of that is a little clip art, and I just put it together. Okay.
Did you use Canva to do that?
Yeah. Well, the clip art is what my members inside Soulful AI Magic, they get access to that. And then I use Canva to put it together. Yes. So it's all of them are individual elements.
Wow.
So yeah, so that's, I just wanted to give an example of how you can use those individual elements. Okay. Perfect. So when it comes to Canva, do you feel like you drown in all of these files or any kind of organization? If you are, you're in the right place. If you feel like, well, I kind of drown in or not, and I'm pretty organized person, but I want to learn more effective ways, you're in the right place as well. Okay, so that is something I wanted to reiterate here. So today we're going to really look at how to organize your images in Canva, but I also will show you how to organize templates and everything else. So the reason I said images, because inside our Soulful AI Magic membership, I provide collections of images. So for example, the last collection was limited time, so, and I don't remember exactly how many images were there, but one before had almost 200 images. So how do you organize that, right? So those are clip art or different images. And do you really need to download all of them? So I'll go through that and I explain to you as well, okay? So what we're going to do, we are going to learn. I already asked you this questions. Why do you want to organize and organize Canva? So we have pretty clear idea for those who watch and replay. That's a good question. So what is the reason? Why do you want to organize yourself on Canva? Is it to work with the team members so you can be more efficient and you're not looking for the stuff? Is it to save time? Okay. And after the workshop is done, I also would love for you to kind of post a picture of your organized folders. Okay. So that is something just to look forward. How you can even do before and after if you want to, but you don't have to. Okay. So the next thing, and that is my brain. I am a bit of neurodivergent, self-diagnosed, and I have a lot of tabs in my brain open at all times. Just like you see on computer, I have it inside my brain. Okay. So for me, if I don't have the system, those things will be lost. Good thing that I know how to name my files, so I always can find them. Okay. But I always think, okay, what will happen in 30 years when I don't have as good memory? How will I find those files if I'm not organized, right? If I need them. So that is something for you to think about. We all organize ourselves different ways because our brains work different ways. And that's why I'm not really going to give you exactly how to organize it, but I'm going to give you an idea of what is the organizational hierarchy could look like. And you will organize it according to what is that you're doing and according to your business. Okay. So this is, and I don't remember who said that, but one of my favorite quotes, and I don't even know if it's a quote or somewhere, one of the leaders that I admired said when my previous corporate works, if you don't have time to do it right the first time, when will you have time to do it over? And that is, 10 years of 9 years of my Canva files that are there, right? So, and because right now I don't want to invest time in organizing what I don't need. I would rather organize what I'm working with right now. And this is how I would recommend for you as well. Don't worry about that. Don't be ashamed of that. You know what? It happened. It's there. Just start from where you are. Okay. Don't get overwhelmed because that's one of the things like people like, well, I'm so overwhelmed. I don't want to do that. So, but going forward, as you will create your organizational hierarchy, that's where you will need to use your discipline, self-discipline, right? So, and regular maintenance. Why? Because the time is an essence. If you don't need to spend time looking for your files, think about what you can actually spend that time for. And right now, just put it in a chat. If you don't need to look for something and waste your time on finding the documents like in your electronic chaos, what would you spend your time on? Let me see. For me, I would spend my time on some creating or maybe being in nature, spending time with my family. Veronica said on my business. Yeah. So instead of looking for that, playing with your dog, I just wanted to say the same thing. Kathy is like developing the actual project. Exactly. And family. Love it. Very similar. Fantastic. Okay. So what we'll learn today, organizational hierarchy and how to work with projects in Canva. Or in projects in Canva rather, or from projects, whatever way you want to say it. Kathy does not know me very well yet, but I always say that I speak Runglish because I was born in Russia. I'm Ukrainian, but was born in Russia and I speak Russian. So I always say that it's Russian and English mixed together. So it's Runglish.
Well, just my daughter lived in Ukraine for about 18 months.
Oh, wow.
In 2013, 14. She was there when the color revolution. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
And so she speaks Russian and Ukrainian.
Yeah. Well, I speak Runglish. All righty. So let's go here and okay. So let's start with hierarchy. And I'm actually showing you my exact hierarchy because you want to have high level folders. And for me, I only have what, 6 high level folders. So one of them is folder for me and my executive VA, right? So executive virtual assistant. So that's important and separate because I want to have access to that all the time. The second one is, and I call it, and again, you can call it different names, right? So my second file, as you can see, is investment in myself. What it is, it's any courses, if I'm working with a coach, anything, maybe I'm learning something, maybe I'm learning new program, maybe I'm learning new tool to draw, anything like that. That's all is investment in myself. I want to keep it separately because I want to get easily access to my passwords, my logins, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that will be that folder. Also, if I have, like, for example, I have a mastermind with a friend, it's just 2 of us, and we just meet regularly, that is part of investing in myself, how I am investing time in myself. So that is one of my buckets, and it's important. So that's one of the buckets. Another one is joint venture. You probably, most of you know, except Kathy, right? So my philosophy is that success is, really formula of success, so to speak, is 80% is your mindset, your really somatic, energetics, and 10% is your aligned, inspired action, and 10% is collaboration. So JV related, it's all of my joint ventures or anything related to collaborations is going to be in this folder. I have folder for each joint venture partner or anyone I want to collaborate with, and I keep it organized in there, but it is in a separate bucket, okay? My other bucket is all about taxes. So that's my P&Ls, so profit and loss, what I do, my financial. I don't have $1 million business yet, just to make it clear. I'm very transparent, but this is where I aspire. Every time I open my Google Drive, I see that. Okay, so that's subliminal for myself. So I just want to make it sure that it's clear. Okay, so my one-on-one clients, those are the ones that I've worked one-on-one. It could be mindset coaching clients. It also could be clients that I create Oracle cards for or with, because I have a different packages like that. And then my divine download, that's my brand. And that consists of all of the offers and products that I have. But that's all I see when I log in. And this is actually a screen, like I took the little screenshot of my Google Drive. Okay, so this is what I see when I go in here. So that is your higher level, okay? Any questions? Does anyone wants to help, like Veronica, with your higher level, or Kathy with your higher level of what you want to organize? Because for you, it's specifically for this project you're going to be working on with Mary. Is that Kathy?
Right. So I guess, will my folders live in Canva or will they live in Google Drive?
No, they will be living in Canva. The reason I'm showing you that my folders in Canva are exactly the same as here.
Really? Okay.
Except like I don't need taxes folders in my Canva, right? So, but anything that I have in Canva will be pretty much mirrored what I have in here.
Okay.
Because, for example, my executive assistant, if she helps me with, updating the calendar, I just send her information, what happens in October, and she has a template that I created, and she just fills it out. That's important because that needs to sit in that folder in my Canva as well, okay? Investment in myself, the same thing. I have some membership where I invest in, and they provide templates. So, for example, some Canva templates or mock-up templates that I work with or anything like that, that will be in that folder too, so that I know. Or there could be some courses, maybe I need something in Canva. I might, I don't know, right? So it's like, for me, I don't know if you guys need to. Okay, so but any kind of templates will be there. Joint venture related 100%, because I'm working, for example, on one collaborative project right now where we are going to be running workshop soon. And that workshop we write in sales page together, and we do it in Canva. So that will be one of the, so my sales page in Canva is template and what we're working on together. So it's right there. Okay. My one-on-one clients, it's of course will be there, because if I'm creating decks for them, or if I'm creating something for them, like, because I have combination of some of it is mindset coaching, those clients I don't need to have on Canva, but those who I create for or with, they absolutely will be. Plus, under my clients, it will be also any members, like for example, right now, there is incentive for members to finish their cards in September or October. And if they do finish it and send me testimonial and their cards, I create mock-up for them. So I will put all of them separately under those folders, and it still will go under my one-on-one. Okay. And then my divine downloads 100%, because this is where all of my brand assets will be. So that will be the brand assets for each of my programs. That could be the sales pages if I started creating them in Canva. So any kind of assets will be under that folder. So that one is just a high level. Okay. Perfect. Yes. Veronica, any questions? I just want to make sure that I'm answering questions. Since we have such a small group, it's awesome.
Sure. So I have a question, because like now I have like zillions of files. I don't have the higher level like you have, which I think is very helpful because it's like easier to find things, obviously. How do you go between so say investment in yourself and your divine downloads? Because I'm sure you're probably taking some classes, so probably some of the things that go in your brand, you probably maybe creating some maybe classes that you take, like when things kind of like overlap.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you kind of decide. So invested in myself, for example, and I'll give you an example. So I am in one of the membership where I don't know, Katya Verbanova, and I've been in a membership for over a year. So she provides, or used to provide, templates every month. Right. So, and I don't necessarily use all of them, but I upload them and all invest in myself. So this way I have easy access when I need to access them. Right. So much easier for me to access it this way than go. I can still log in into portal, but also if you think about it, if you decided not to continue with some of the membership for whatever reason, you could be on a different level now and you're not interested in that particular topic, you still can have all of that information for yourself because you pre-organized it instead of like, oh, I don't need it anymore because I finished this. So now, oh my God, I need to download everything before I leave or anything like that, right? So, and it's just easier because if you anything to do with you creating something, you want to keep in Canva.
Mhm.
Okay. So you will make a decision where you will put it.
Okay.
So for me, just to go a little bit deeper, I will put master copies in investment in myself. But then if I used any of the copy and they specific to any of my programs or for my social media posts, they will be inside my brand assets. Does make sense? So for example, if I downloaded from Katya's some templates that I use in my Instagram, then I will download all master copies so I can easily go and find them. It will be in investments in myself. But if I used any of them and already rebranded, reskinned it, and made it my own colors and made it my own with all the text and everything else, it will be under assets in my divine download. Okay.
Okay, makes sense. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. Yeah. So why we want to do that? Because your mind gets extremely overwhelmed when you go somewhere and there's too many things to look at. This is why you want to have that high level organization and then you drill down to whatever else you want inside of it. Okay. That's important. So after you actually create it, then you're going to, can you hear music too? No? You can't? Okay, good. I think my music file moved from the first slide, but it's okay. So when you create your organization, it takes self-discipline to follow your organization. And then I would recommend that you create maintenance time. And what I mean maintenance time, you want to create it based on your schedule, based on what you're doing. I like to do it once a week, or sometimes what I do the maintenance, if I don't upload images directly into the project and I notice that, then I will do that maintenance and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so, but that's very important. Okay, well, wouldn't it be nice when everything is nice and rosy and we have everything organized and now we can do whatever we want. So that's pretty much all of my presentation here. As I said, it's going to be very short and sweet. The rest of it is going to be very hands-on. Okay, so we are going to go in a Canva. And as I said, I opened brand new Canva right here. And we are going, so one of the things I want you to remember is to stop working from home page. And instead of working from home page, you're going to start working from your projects. And the reason is just what I was saying a few minutes ago. Your mind gets super overwhelmed, or you get shiny objects, you see pretty template. Oh, let me try this one. This is a cool template with video, or let me try that. You get distracted and overwhelmed when you're working from the home screen. The only time I will go into home screen if I want to find inspiration and if I want to do some search. Okay, so for example, if I want to find, I don't know, brand board templates, and under templates, which means templates in Canva, then I would go to home page and I will try to look for the templates that I like. But it's again, it's something to do with intention. I'm going to do it intentionally. Other than that, I would work from projects. Okay, I'm going to click on projects now.
Hatchet, I mean, you've got, okay, I have a question. Okay, I'm starting this brand new project. So I've got to go to the homepage first to create it, right?
Nope, you will go to projects.
So just go to projects and I start from scratch there.
Yeah, you will have the folders that will be start, uploads, and
Okay.
I think there's images. Sometimes it's also showing the folder, but those, when you start from scratch, you're going to have like this folders will be there. Yeah, uploads right there and start.
Okay.
Okay, that's all. What you're going to do, and let me just move us. I don't know if you can see it or not. When you're in projects, you're going to create folders and you're going to create again those high level folders. So as you can see, before we started, I just created my divine downloads, but I didn't do anything yet. So I can, and for this one, it's my test account, but here in the top right, when you're inside the project, you will click on add new.
We're still on your presentation, Katya.
Oh, I'm sorry. You are on my presentation. Thank you. So probably it makes sense that you don't see what I'm showing you.
Talking about?
Oh, thank you. Let's start over. Let's rewind here.
So
Okay.
when I log into Canva, how do I get there?
Okay. When you log in Canva, you will be in a home page.
Yes.
Okay. And that's the page you don't want to use, or use it only intentionally.
Okay.
Okay. So because what you're going to do, you're going to click in projects.
Okay.
Okay. And when you are in projects, okay, you are actually going to see, this one will be automatically in Canva, your start project and uploads. Those are the files that come with Canva, okay? And I already created two here, two folders, but I'll show you how to create the rest. And as you can see, my Divine Downloads is one of my high-level folders. Okay. So you will just click on this add new, okay? And you're going to create folder. And you're going to create name of folder. So for this, Let me create, what did I have? Investment in myself. And you're just going to click continue. Okay, so you
I
can
didn't
see it.
even know this was here.
Yeah, yeah, and it's very helpful. So because now you have that folder, or for you, Kathy, that would be book and cards or whatever. And I don't know
Right.
if that is a higher level, because you could
Mhm.
be, maybe your project name will be higher level and then book separate, card separate. I don't know. Again,
Yeah.
you decide what's best for you and you talk to Mary, because if
Mhm.
she's planning to do something or use it, or is it just for you? I'm not sure, but it's like between you and her, you'll decide how you want to organize yourself, okay? So, but let's say that you created this folder, and let's say one of the folders inside for you will be images. Maybe you want to use some clip art that I provide in Soulful AI Magic. So in this case, you can, and I will just look like this is my folder. And inside here, I have my Soulful AI Magic collections. And now here, you can create different ways. And I'll make a few suggestions. One, like for me, I have all of them, like all of my collections, whatever is in my Dropbox, and I have them here as well, because that's easier for me than create mockups and everything else. For you, you don't have to repeat all collection. And that's one of the things I want you to start thinking about. When you're looking at the collections that I create, you don't need to download all images. You can choose what you want to download. And I'll show you exactly how to do that. Okay. So let's say we go to Soulful AI Magic Collection. And as you can see here, I have candle collection in there. I have sweater weather collection. I have texture background. I have mindfulness. And that particular collection was not in a Dropbox. Remember, that was a limited time. And in this particular collection, it was actually Canva template. So you can just drag that. So let's say I don't have one here, but I'm going to get one on purpose. So just to show you how it works, okay? So let me go back here. Oh. Okay, so what I'm going to do.
Sharing those like the Soulful, the collection, are you sharing it from, because I haven't used it at all, from Canva, or are you just downloading it somewhere else and then we upload it into Canva? Do you share
Good
it from
question. So two ways. Regular collections, there is 4 collections a month, 3 of them regular collections and 1 limited time collection. So the regular collection will be Dropbox link, and I'll show you exactly how to upload. And a limited time collection will actually be template inside the Canva. And that's the only reason I'm going here, because I'm going to find a template here just to give you an example, okay? So let's say, pretend that this template was your limited time collection, and I'm going to open it, because when you open it, it will bring that particular template inside Canva, your Canva account. Okay. And so that's what you will see here. And you can do it 2 ways. For me, the easiest one is to go back to home, and it will show up in my screen here, right? So the ones that I just created, right there, see green minimalist, and click on this 3 dot, and then you're going to click move to folder. Can you see it? I just want to make sure I'm not covering. So 3 dots at the bottom, and then move to folder, okay? And then I'm going to go to my collections, and then I'm going to go to my mindfulness, because that's the one that was, and move to that folder.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so that's what you're going to do, but you need to get into habit. So when you get that limited time collection or any other template or anything that you're working in Canva, you're going to move it to the whatever folder you want to move. So you are going to be working from a project. I'm actually going to show you how else you can do that. So if you inside the design, so maybe you're already designing something. Okay. And give me 1 second here. Not give it, yeah. See here projects on the left-hand side. So you can click on your project there and you can open any and you can see what's inside this project. So maybe you want to go to and pull some image from any of the collections that you already downloaded. Maybe I want to go to the candles and I want to pull it from there. And I'm just going to grab it and put it in here. Okay. So instead of you, and that's another thing I'll show in a moment, instead of you uploading files in uploads and have the huge mess of those files, you're going to start uploading now directly to your project.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go back and I am going to go home here. And I'm going to go back to project. And now I'm going to show you how to upload those files from your Dropbox link into, because I send you Dropbox links, so how to upload them into your project. So I'm going to go back to my project here of collections. Okay, and sweater weather right here. I didn't really finish it here. Like there is, I think this one is done. Let me see which is another one. I'm going to go to my Dropbox here and some of the things we're done. Let's see. I'm just trying to remember which one was. Yeah, right here. So this was one of the collections, purple and gold. Okay. So we're going to upload it right now. So it's purple and gold. And if I see it in Dropbox, it's the same, like you will see it the same way. I am going to go here. First, I need to create the folder. Okay. I'm already inside my collections. I'm going to create the folder, and that is going to be formation cards, backgrounds. Okay. And then you can choose just to put it directly in there, or you can create another subfolder if you want to have purple and gold. Because I'm sure I will be doing more of those. Okay, so now I'm going to open my subfolder and see at the bottom of your subfolder right here, it says upload. There's create design or upload. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if I click upload, I'm going to go to my Soulful Clip Art and I'm going to find my backgrounds affirmation folder and I'm going to grab all of this now. Do you want all of that? I don't know. Maybe you only choose what you need. And that is one of the things that I always say, don't overwhelm. You might not like all of them. So just select what you want. So I'm going to upload it and now it's all going to be organized inside here. Okay. So it will just take time and it's just going to organize it inside there. So now you have your affirmation cards backgrounds with one folder already in, because that was provided. And if you look at all of the Soulful AI Magic collection, you can organize it by whatever way you want to organize it. If you want to just repeat collections that you have, you can if you want to, but you don't have to. Okay. It's very easy to grab it from project like I showed you, than trying to upload and then grab it. It's actually saving you a lot of time. So if you prepare all of your folders, then it's so much easier just to grab one of those images. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay. So what else can you do inside the folder? Okay. We might be inside our affirmation backgrounds, and we could, you can upload also from here. I just want to show you because you can do it in different ways, right? So you can also click on here and upload here as well. So you can also import from app. I don't use it very much. You can also create design. You can go straight into design from here. Again, you don't need home screen. So if you create in design for specific projects, start from here. Okay, so you can create design or you can choose design. Okay, so maybe it was one of your projects, so you can do that, you can choose it. Or if not, you can start from scratch and you can just say design, create new, okay? And then you can create from, that could be your custom sites, maybe it's a presentation, maybe it's a poster, maybe it's anything, right? So for example, because we're in affirmation cards, then I'm going to change it to inches, and because I provided 5x7, okay, so for affirmation cards specifically, you can just create your new design and it will be created already inside your folder. So now you created this 5x7 and now you're like, okay, I want to get one of my backgrounds. You're going to go back to projects. You're going to get to your Soulful AI Magic Collections or whatever name you called it. Okay, you're going to go to affirmations. You're going to get to the backgrounds that you want. And then you're going like, okay, I like this background, and you can simply go and drop it right there.
Nice.
Okay. So you see, because if I click on upload file here, it's empty. That's not how it looks in my other account. I'll show you because there's so much stuff going on, right? From many years. But I wanted to show you how it could look like when you're just starting and how easy it is to organize. And you see now we've worked in two different, like we use two different projects. As you're using them, they will be appearing here at the bottom. So you might have some projects that you use all the time, and they will be appearing there at the bottom as well. Okay. Any questions about that? I just want to make sure that we are good so far. But you see how simple it is to organize yourself in a project. Okay. So let's go back to projects. And, oh, I did not want to click on magic comment. Thank you. I wanted to click on a project. So we going to, there's something big coming in a few days, on October 4th, I believe. So they're releasing something new. So if I'm going to go back to my Divine Downloads, and I'm going to go back to the collections, okay, and I go back to affirmation cards, look at important things here on top. You have your folders, and then you have your design. Okay. So you have all of the folders, so those are the ones, and then you have designs that you created already inside of it. Or you can just click all and you'll have both. And so now what comes, now the next important thing is, how do you name your files is important. So come up with a system that you create metadata. So what is a metadata? Metadata is that something that will be, so you can create like, underscore, and you can create some word. So for example, the book name could be, I don't know, Purple Dragon, Lavender Dragon. So then you can have everything with Lavender Dragon, and probably not a good idea for you because that's a brand name, but I was just giving it as an example. So let's say the book name will be, I don't know, Self-Compassion. So you will then put like everything to do with a self-compassion book. You will put the tag self-compassion, or you can do it short name, but as long as you know what metadata you use, then you would want to use it, so it will be easier for you to find. Because sometimes if you forgot to start in a project and maybe you started at a home screen, you can still search those files. And the way you will search them, you will search them under home screen and in the search here. And then you can, I have untitled one, so I'm going to, because I didn't title it yet on purpose. So it didn't untitled. Did I misspell it? Okay. So I don't have any files really. So if I click brand board inside my project, I have one here. Yeah, actually I have one here, right? So, but if you name this file, so let's go back here and we're going to name it. And we're going to name it purple and gold. And that would be affirmation cards. And you don't have to do it that long. I'm just giving you an example, right? So, and maybe it's affirmation card for the books that name self-compassion. Okay. So when I name that, and if I go back to Canva here, if I type in self-compassion, if I properly type it without misspelling it, right? It should give me the result here, but it's not giving me. Give me 1 second here. Oh, I did not completed it. I needed to exit. Okay, let me refresh. But if you have a metadata, it should show up here. So if I click under project, still not showing it. But it should show up there under self-compassion. Let me see how I spelled it. Okay. Let's go back home. It's interesting that it's not. Normally it would show up. So I'm not sure why it's not showing right now. So, but it normally does, right? So, you know, real life. So here is a Canva being difficult for me right now. Yeah, but your metadata, it will show in yours. And you can, when you're searching for something, you can search under templates. So that's in Canva, or you can search in your own projects and it's under design. So you can go in there. Okay. All right, any questions? So because we almost done with what I was planning for today, because I don't want to overwhelm you. Your next step is going to be really creating those high level folders and moving and organizing them. Okay, here is easy way to organize. You can, so for example, maybe you created a bunch of folders and then you want to put them inside another folder. You can literally, you can just grab one folder and move it to that folder.
Oh.
Okay. So you can just move it to whatever folder you want. I create also the folder, which is like kind of archive. And what it means for me, if I find something that doesn't belong, like right now, as I'm cleaning, as I'm going, you can just select, like, let's say you have some images and you don't want to delete them. You want just to archive them. You can just select them. So let's go back to, let's go back here. And right now I will not have my, like at all, nothing in my uploads, but if you go to your upload file, you'll have a bunch of images there, right? So actually, let me show you my other accounts. It will be easier to explain. is going to close this account and I'm going to open another one. So let's go to my other one where I was doing the presentation here. And if I click on my uploads here, you can see I have a bunch of images there. Okay. So these images are not necessarily because I was doing work for somebody else. I don't want to keep them. I really don't want to keep it in my account. So what I can do, I can just click on them in that square and I can easily just delete them, or I can just select them. Unfortunately, there is no way to do bulk select. You have to do one by one. And then I can click on this move to folder at the bottom. You see right there at the bottom. Can you see? I just want to make sure you see. Yeah, okay. So you can go here at the bottom and you can just move them to whatever folder you want to move. For me, I don't want to move them to the folder. I just want to delete them. And then it's going to be moved to trash. Okay. So same thing here. I don't want this image. There is a certain images I definitely don't want. Those that were created for somebody else. And I can just delete all of that if I don't want them in my Canva. Or I can move them to that person, because if it was a client, I can just move them to that person.
Okay.
Okay. Questions? So Veronica, for you, when you're working with your VA, if you have the same project and folder, as long as you both know that where you're moving it, and if you can show it to your VA how to do that, then you will find it in that specific folder.
So then what would be better to do for her to create a project where she has all my work, or for me to create the project and then I'll be sharing with her, so then both of us will have access to it, correct? Or how
So
does it
here is
work?
my question. Yeah, so here is my question. Like, it depends how you want, because you might not organize the same way. Like, she might have one organization, you another one. But what's important is,
I just want her to have everything that she does, so that all the work that she does, that I can see that. You know what I mean?
yep. So then she can create a folder where you know how you can share the link where you both can be in the same file. Okay, I'll show you. So let me go to.
So can it be just shared the file, or can it just be shared the folder or the project, and then both of us have access to it? Or is it just based on individual file?
No, it's a design which will be in the project, right? So, and I'm going to show you the one that I have together with my VA. This probably will be easier for you. So this one is a design, right? So this is a template that I designed for Oracle Cards Magic. That's the calendar that you see, right? So every month it's updated. So I designed this template. And then all I do, and we alternate. So I have two backgrounds. So this is one and this is another one. And, and sometimes I make adjustments. I made adjustments like, for this month, or I ask her to make adjustment. All I do, I send her all this information. I don't put it in, and I don't create proper, days when it is. She does all of that for me. And that is the design. And all you have to do if you want to give access, you click on share, and you go and see where it says here, anyone with the link. And to the right of it, it's can edit or view, okay, or comment. So if you want to collaborate only for comments, but if you click on can edit, so that file is the same file. I can work in it and my VA can work in it, and I can access it at any time. And that saves a lot of time. You don't have to email it to each other or anything like that. So the way I work with my VA, I will say, okay, we need the calendar to be posted, this Friday because this Saturday is the first and she doesn't work, right? So, and I respect that. So post, like we need to make sure that it's uploaded to portal. So I send her information and I just ask her, let me know when you're done working with that file so I can upload it in my group, right? So I know that it's all completed.
I have a question along the same lines.
Yeah.
I have my own Canva Pro account, but for the project that I'm doing for Mary, I'll be working in her Lavender Dragon team account, and I'm a member of the team.
Yep.
When you're on the same team Canva account, do I have to share those files with them, or can the whole team see what I've created?
That's a really good question. I don't work on a team. I just share design.
Right.
So I don't know the answer. I can find out that for
Okay.
you. I definitely can
Yeah,
find
because
out
that's
from
going to be
somebody. Yeah. Okay. I will find out that answer. Okay. So when you work on a team,
yeah.
and so can you work on the same design, or do you
Because
need to share it?
With the same
I'm not.
project.
I forget with that. Like, if each person has their unique login or if it's all the same. Like, I don't remember from when I've done stuff with for her like a couple years ago. Um, so that yeah, that's going to be a unique
Yeah,
situation for our
I
project.
honestly don't know because to me it doesn't make sense right now to work with a team because it's like, it's an extra expense for me. And for what I
Yeah,
do, I can just share, like, like
yeah,
I showed you, it was like another person can edit the same file and it's so
right.
much easier, right? So, but I will get the answer for you.
Thank you, Katya. I
You're
want to
welcome.
know where you guys are that you need to be bundled up because I'm like it's 85
Where
in
are you?
Tennessee.
Where are you?
I'm north of Nashville, and it was like, I mean, it's like summer.
Oh,
You are
well,
north of Nashville? No, no way. I am in Franklin, Kentucky.
I'm in New Hampshire.
Okay. Well, Katya, is it cold in Franklin,
It's cold in
Kentucky?
my office because of the air
Okay.
conditioner. So it's not like Franklin, Kentucky is about, I don't know how north you are from Nashville. I'm 45 minutes north from Nashville. So
Yeah. Yeah. You and I live very close. I'm in
yeah,
Oh,
outside Springfield, Tennessee.
yeah, yeah. So Springfield. So
Yeah.
it's really cold in my office because when I do
Okay.
training, my door is closed.
Gotcha.
And at night, there is no sun here. So I do wear a sweater. So yeah.
Well, that's funny because I'm like, Veronica was bundling up, and I'm going,
I was
I want
bundling up,
some of
right? Well,
what
it's
you
getting,
got.
it was getting like this morning, I think it was 44 degrees, so it was a little chilly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting,
Awesome. So
well,
tell
you know,
me. Oh,
Kathy, I
go
think
ahead.
that's one thing I just want to say about the teams because like the account that I can the account that I have, my account is I think it's like 130 per year or whatever. So all my team members, like I can have 4 team members under me.
Oh, okay.
So like that I only like I pay some my VAs under me and then I have a few other people who are just paying me $30 per year or whatever it is. We would just split it equally. So like I think a lot of people just don't know that they can just have it team members. And with the team members, they all have their access details. So I don't
Okay.
see because they're like, a few of them have nothing to do with me at all. So they just have completely separate accounts. They're considered team members, but like I don't see anything that they do. I think we
Okay.
only had the issue when one of the people had branding colors. And then I think the other people probably don't use branding colors because I think somehow I still see other people's brand, like other team members' branding colors. So one of the team members accidentally deleted mine because she didn't she didn't realize, but like my VA had the, like the backups and stuff because she just didn't realize that they were mine. She just thought that they were just like some generic colors there, and then she was like, oh, they're like random, I don't need them, so she deleted them. So like then we just now they're named as my colors, and the other person's the colors are named as her colors, so that it's obvious that they're somebody else's.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and as I grow, yes, maybe like right now, most of the stuff that I design myself, the only thing is like little things like that. And sometimes she designs like ebooks for me, but not really much. I guess I'd love to design myself, right? So now, Kathy, do you know how to set up those branding colors since we were talking about that? And by the way, the reason I did not want to actually do it in this training because I think they're going to go away with branding colors. They've been talking
okay.
about that a lot. What I normally do and what works really, really well. So let me go and show you the last project I was working on. And let's see if it will open. So if
So
you've
were you
seen me
saying, Katya,
sharing,
that
go ahead.
Katya, Katya, did you say on October 4th, Canva's gonna make some big announcements or something?
I think it's October 4th. We can check here. Let me see. They call it Magic is Coming. So I'm
What
not
is
sure
it?
exactly. It's a you can
Yeah.
add it. It's like an event, right? So it's an event that is coming up. So I don't. It's on October 4th. So I scheduled myself to attend. So I don't know if I have conflict with schedule or not, but right now I'm going to attend. Just I want to know. I have no idea what's coming.
Oh, you don't. So there you don't know
Yeah,
what it is. It's like some like AI features, right? Like it looks like some kind
could
of
be.
AI feature. Probably.
Could be a feature, could be something else, but they change in something. So yeah, I don't know. But what I wanted to show you is when I was working on Amy's, for example, and in Oracle Cards Magic, right? So I give incentives, so I create the mock-up for them. So what is important, if you put on the first page of your design, you put all of your colors, okay? Just with you can just literally, with the code, you create it. So for example, if you wouldn't have it, that's what you would do. So let me just go here. I created extra page here, pretend that it was blank, okay? What I do, I just grab element and I just grab my circle here and I'm going to do just copy and paste 5 times.
Mm.
And then you just throw the color in there.
Well, it's because it's my color, it's automatically throw, but it might not show for you guys. So, and I should have resized it before I did that. So, but it's okay. So I'll show you. It's not going to be as neat, so don't worry about it. But what I will create, I'll create my brand board right here. And the reason I would do that with every design I do, because I design for other people, right? So I just put it in my first page here, all the 5 colors, and it's easy if you have their hex codes, it's easy for you to do that, right? So you can just do that. And then you will drop those colors that you want to work with. So for this one, so it was that, and then this, and this, and this, and this. Okay, and all of your colors here. And why is it important? Because as you design in, those colors will show up in your color palette right there. Okay, so you don't even need to access your branding colors. And I do have, like, my branding colors are right there, right? So you can see here under Katya, I have the branding colors and I have a different palette. So, and like this one is the one that my current one, Sunflowers, is what I work with right now, right? But my previous brands, those were my 4 branding colors. So
How did you rename this, Katya?
okay, when you click, and again, I will show you how to do that, but I'm not sure if it's still going to exist after October 4th. All you have to do is click on the edit, and then you're going to just, like, see, mine here was color maybe. And I on purpose left it like there because I was working with some combination. And this one, I'm just going to say unknown. I will change it after, but I was just showing you what it is, right? So, and like for me here, this were brand colors, and you can also click on it and you can go to all of your brand assets. For this particular brand, you can see all your colors, you can go and see your logos and everything like that. Now, again, the reason I don't want to show anything because I know changes are coming. So I was like, okay, whenever changes come in, I can do another training kind of to show where stuff is around. Okay. But that's the easiest way for you to kind of drop it all on the first page and then work. I also drop elements, like if I'm going to work with some elements here. So if I want to go to projects that I've been working with, right? So for example, one of the members, I was creating something for her, and obviously it's not her colors, but just all of her elements are here. I would drop those elements so I have them handy. They don't need to be organized, but they will be all like, handy in one spot. So I can easily see what elements I'm going to be using when I'm actually designing the mockups. So like for this one, right? So for Amy, I had all of her cards because that's what she created. And then I created this elements in Midjourney, and that's what I used for my mockup. Okay, so right here. But I also have other elements. They already in my other folder here, 3D elements. And I just grabbed and I created all of that. And I grabbed one of the shelves and I organized everything in a shelf.
I want to tell you, your stuff is beautiful. And I don't think anybody would go, oh, that's a Canva project.
Thank you.
It is beautiful.
Thank you.
It is.
So yeah, I'm blown away because I've never seen anything out of Canva that I've known was Canva that looked that professional.
But it's how you use it, right? So it's
Yeah.
also, and that is something that I also inside this mini membership, it's important that when you get those elements, like even for the book, do you see that it has a drop shadow, right? So that's why it looks like it's standing out, right? So, and then how you are aligning it. And that is something, and it's interesting. Thank you for the compliment, because I'm still learning design. I'm really, really good at creating images and all of that stuff. But graphic design, there is elements and rules and everything else. Yes, I have eye for that, but it takes like this particular mockup took me probably at least an hour because I was trying to figure out.
Oh my gosh, it would have taken me all day. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So that is, Veronica, motivation for you to finish your cards and send them to me along with your testimonials so I can create something for you on brand for you. And that's motivation for Mary as well, because when she finished her book and cards by the end of October, because I have incentive until end of October, until October 31st.
That's right. That's right. She told me. So I got drug into her little thing here.
I keep forgetting that it's almost October.
Yes, we are
Yeah.
December
Funny,
27th.
right? I
Saturday.
keep thinking like, oh, it's like another 2 months to go, but it's not.
Yeah.
You know what? A quick question, Katya.
Yeah.
I'm always confused about the membership because you have 2 groups, right? 2
Yeah.
Facebook groups. So
Mhm.
which I'm just trying now to write the names so that I remember which
Yeah,
ones they.
so the group name, and that's probably where it's confusing, because the membership name is, if you go to the portal, it will call Oracle Cards Magic inside the portal. So that is your membership portal. And I will stop recording that, okay? And I will, where's my recording? There it is.